Hey guys, it's Ryan here with HobbiesofaMan. Once again, and today we have another Red Sonja book. Great cover, although I feel like her chest to face ratio is a little bit off. It feels like her chest is too long, but it looks good. I think this is a Lucio Perillo cover, and he does a great job. He is a very good artist when it comes to these really great, like slightly cheesecakey, but not really very artistic kind of pieces for Dynamite, and I think he does a great job, although I did notice that right now when I was looking at it, and so I mentioned it. But the overall good stuff here. Red Sonja 4, again by Thorin Grønbæk and Walter Giovanni at the artwork. There's no changes to the team yet, although I assume there will be at some point, because I'm not sure that long-running series are the way to go anymore, and I don't know how long this will go, right? So yeah, but overall, good stuff. I liked it, so let's talk about it. It starts with the city of Valinger, 2 days before the battle. It has a pretty lady character go into the city and get men interested in her. A priest specifically is so interested in her that he takes her into his home. He lays with her, and this all turns out to be a trap, because she's there to infiltrate the city, to learn about its defenses, and to stop the defenses from working properly when the attack is going to happen. And so we switch over to Valinger now, where the horrible attack is happening, which is they're throwing, or they're kind of sieging the city with bodies of people that lived in the city instead of rocks, right? So they're shooting things with their trebuchets and their catapults, and what they're shooting is humans. And so there's a horrible attack. It is immensely demoralizing. But Sonja rallies the people, and the battle starts. You know, in earnest. They're serious about the battle now. They're trying their best to deal with it. Sonja stops to give advice to the two boys that we met in the previous issue, and then she goes to fix the other issues that are happening, which is the situation with the woman where she took control of the defenses of the city, and she's not letting them happen, right? So she goes off to do that, and as this is happening, the entity starts communicating with Red Sonja, but she doesn't want to listen to it, and so it tries harder, and it tries to save her and try to convince her to listen to it, as Sonja beats Carol, who shows up in order to try to beat her specifically because he has been kind of dropped in rank due to his failures, and also puts these failures at Sonja's feet. He tries to look for her through the city. He finds her. He tries to kill her, and also ends up killing some other people along the way, and Valinger falls, right? But she and the entity go on the attack towards Westfold, and we learn that the entity's name is Kulan Gath. Now, I'm kind of curious about how you guys feel about this story, because so far I've really enjoyed the action of the story, but I find that the story is a bit too convoluted, is the right way to say it maybe, because I feel like on one hand there is not enough story going on to get me to care, but on the other hand I feel like there's too many things going on, and I'm not really sure what to focus on. The entity is trying to communicate with Sonja, and it's the one that's been telling us everything that's been happening in the story so far. So we are seeing it through Kulan Gath's perspective, right? But what is the entity that is controlling the priest from Westfold? Is this entity the same as the entity that talks to Sonja? If it is, what is the point of it? And if it's not, why has that not been made clear to us, the reader? And why is the information being trickled so slowly, even though this is a sword and sorcery story where the information should come easily and quickly, and the story should focus mostly on great battles and cool moments for characters? And so far, we have had cool moments for Sonja, but a lot of it has been kind of mired in this kind of like responsibility she feels for people that she has no connection to. And it feels different from other times I've read Red Sonja's character, but also it doesn't feel bad. It just feels like it's happening too often, and it's making the story feel slower. So even though Thorin Grønbæk has done a great job at making Sonja an interesting looking character, or an interesting sounding character, I don't think that her storytelling has gotten quite there yet for this character or for this style of storytelling. And I am kind of starting to feel a little bit of what's it called? Like disappointment maybe, or something akin to like maybe it's time for me to find an exit point of this story, because even though I like it, it is not feeling worth the $4 that I'm spending on each issue, right? So I'm not really sure how to feel about it. Like on one hand, I really am interested in this and I like the character, but on the other hand, I'm not sure that I'm enjoying it as much as I really should be, and as much as I was in the first 2 issues, right? So I'm kind of like teeter-tottering in between kind of 2 different decisions, and I'm not really sure what to do about it. So we'll see when an exit point comes. I'll figure out a way to kind of exit out of the book. However, I'm not really sure how long this title is going to last, because it is a 50th anniversary celebration, but does not necessarily mean that it's going to be a long celebration, right? Like, the year is almost over. I don't know if this Red Sonja story is only going to last 6 issues, if it's going to last 12, 25, or if it's going to go until Thorin Grönbeck doesn't want to, write this anymore. I'm not really sure. So I'm curious to see where that goes. But overall, mixed feelings here. It was not the best issue so far, but it wasn't the worst one either. Like I haven't really disliked any of them, and I feel like it's more or less level with all of them except the first one. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Red Sonja number 4. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you think down below, and thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys later.